I'm signed up for Chicago, which is like early October.
So we're just distracting for an L5-S1 nerve root, possible herniated disc, radiculopathy. It's called an orthostim. Some people use this as their primary adjuster. I kind of use it as a secondary. We want to do as best as thorough a job as we can in like the lower quadrants here. Give Noah here a little extra love up top. When you have radiation, the first thing I think of is like you're trying to get it just shortened. So you just, you know, if you have radiation going from the low back to the foot, I want it to go from the low back to the knee and then isolate the low back. Yeah, it's a rib that's popped up right there, right? There. So we always round the edges with tape. What we're doing is just basically a heel lock for stability, and then we pull up his arches bilaterally, so we go both ways. It looks like a lot, but it's basically putting 3 tape jobs in one. And what we're doing here is, again, we're going to go around and do that heel lock to create, you know, stability between his midfoot and his hind foot, and then I put a little more pull, by a little more, about 40% more pull in the arch, so he's not dropping the arch. And basically what it does is it creates a custom orthotic. And then we put compression over where he's having inflammation, and we run it up his mechanical chain. That's why we kind of just run it out. But you know, I pull more here and pull more here, and a little bit more when you go around the back of the calcaneus. I like this because it creates a stability, but it also creates a functional stability. So it's not locking it down. You can still move, and so it's so much better for when you need to be athletic. But with him, what I want him to do is, you know, he's going to do it either way as they get back on the track. And so this will kind of offer basically a neurological support more than even a physical support. And what we do is we taper the 2 different lengths of the tape, so we're not ending on each other because they're identical. They don't end up in the same spot. Again, round the edges, tap it, set the angle. Heel lock, not pull here because I'm not on his arch side, but what I do is I want to really basically compress where he's having inflammation of the anterior talar fib, and I'll hold it, I'll pull it, get about 70% let off, and I'm back to the races. I'm kind of equalizing this, creating that mechanical chain up the line. Tap it, just get the stick around. Put them in talar neutral. Talar neutral is when the 2 dimples here, the invaginations on either side of the talus, the talar mortar, feel equal. So that's how you can tell when your ankle's in talar neutral. It should be in talar neutral when basically it's unsupported, but when you have it, your calf on something, that can kind of screw that up. So you want to make sure it's, you know, elevating it. You can see that he's, you know, basically collapsing. He's going inversion here. So this is more shallow on this medial side, and that kind of tells me that he's pulling this way naturally. So that's why we're really going to basically build this arch up so he's not collapsing and putting pressure on the lateral ligaments here, which is pretty common. That's why we have these, you know, inversion sprain strains. And it looks dramatic, but you know, there should be, you know, nearly full range of motion. You know, as it feels snug but not, right? Is that, yeah, is that, yeah. And just a lot of tape, but I really like this one. Yeah, perfect. Doesn't make good content. Sorry, ladies and fellas out there in the YouTube world. That's crackin. That was good energy.
Hey VSWI fans, before we get cracking, we would love to hear from you. Please comment below and tell us what you would like to see next. Don't forget to subscribe.